Spider Queen.
Welcome everyone to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your host, DB Smiley. It's been a few days since my last class, 5, but jumping in for just a one-off tonight here between Once Bitten, Thrice Pie and Wipe Them Again. Little Sunday late night action as right now, both these teams kind of trying to get into playoffs for Division A. Currently, Wipe Them Again tied for 8th place with 4 points. Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, it's not really been their season so far. Only 1 point, though they've played some tough competition. So, let's see if they can get it together here and start making a push late in the season for the playoffs. As this game kind of marks the end of the first half of the NGS regular season. As we head now into the second half, we do see a couple tanks banned right out of the gate. Not too surprising overall. Though I will admit, I have not seen a lot of Garrosh bans. And when you get down to it, he just hasn't been as popular as he's once been. I mean, only a 15% pick rate, only a 40% win rate. Anna banned out, Rexar as well. Anna and Rexar both pretty strong on the map. Rexar able to grab those gems with Misha rather safely. Anna, because of the way that this map tends to turn into corridor fighting, Anna is exceptional at corridor fighting. And there's Joanna, which should not at all be a surprise to anyone who has played this map before. Joanna absolutely just gangbusters on this map with the wave clear, and she's really just taken a incredibly prevalent role in the meta this season. Taking a look at it, I mean, she's over a 60% pick rate, over a 50% win rate, so you gotta respect those numbers. Those are not bad numbers. Any stretch of the imagination. Kilthos ETC. Pretty strong combo, really good wave clear, great initiation potential. Obviously, it'll be on Ghost Dunk to choose the right times to use those abilities, as ETC, if he commits and it's not a good fight, he can get kind of punished. Oop, apologies, you're getting that echo there from my laptop. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, there we see the turnaround Sylvanas, who's kind of become one of the best kind of single target assassins in the game. Lucio gonna help with those rotations. Lucio's kind of one of those heroes that when he works extremely well, but I think there are a lot more ways to counter him than maybe people I don't know, people do know that there are ways to counter him. And that's where Kael'thas Living Bomb can be a bit of an issue, though the speed boost can help Fred to avoid. Also, having no cleanse, really, until potentially level 20, that's certainly an issue. But we are seeing an Anduin banned out, as well as a Vala banned out. Vala's definitely kind of started coming back with the recent HP buff. Anduin, strong solo support, though I would argue there might be stronger. We'll see if we get the Tyrande here. You don't have to pick your healer right now, but you kind of maybe want to hold your soul lane. There's the Stukov Rainer. So Professor Bobo gonna grab their kind of single target DPS. Puts good pressure onto tanks on the other team. Stukov compare extremely well with ETC, if he's calling his target, it's an easy root combo post 13, relatively. There's the... Are we getting a... Okay, so Tom Ashe is going to jump onto Phoenix. Believe he is a sub for this team, as I did not see him on the roster. Zarya. So, I'm assuming Phoenix is in the solo lane. But then you potentially have a Wombo combo with Graviton. I don't want to see Graviton meme beam, though. Don't get me wrong, it would be hilarious. But Graviton Salvo is also good, especially when Lucio can jump in there with the reverse amp and get some slows out. Meanwhile, Lighthouse gonna grab Thrall to deal with the Phoenix in the solo lane. I think it's a good pick. All right. So just to quickly take a look again at where these teams are in the standings. So right now, unfortunately not on the first page. Wipe Them Again is tied with the 8th place team, Wholesome Halfwits, at 4 points here in the standings. Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, they've had a tough schedule so far. Certainly anytime you play Gilly Shark, that's a tough game. That's a tough team. But looking to try to turn that around starting tonight. Taking a look, we saw Matt Bams onto Alterac, DOE, Braxis, Sky Temple, and from there, Tomb of the Spider Queen going to get picked. And so you're banning out kind of a lot of the maps that I would say play a bit different. Certainly Braxis and BOE being 2-lane maps. Sky Temple is one of those maps that, you know, if you fall behind early, it's just so difficult to come back. We'll see as we head into map number 1. And here we go.
Prepare yourselves. The battle begins shortly.
Jumping into this first match, on the left side, it's going to be Once Bitten, Thrice Pie introducing them. It's going to be Linehouse on Thrall. It's going to be Professor Bobo on Raynor. We're going to have Bumblebee on Stukov. Crow going to be on Kael'thas. Ghost Dunk is going to be on ETC. And over on the right side now, taking a look at Wipe Them Again. It's going to be Sovereign on Sylvanas, Love Dart on Joanna, and a Havoc on Zarya. Tamashi going to be on Phoenix. And we're going to have Kuraha on Lucio. So, jumping into the match now, taking a look at those level 1 talents, as everyone always likes to do. Thrall, Echo of the Elements, pretty standard across the board. Worth noting that Stukov is going that Fetid Touch build. Zarya Dagger build, Grenade build out of Zarya. That one's always a bit interesting to see. Already some Living Bomb spread. Lol. Oh wait, that was intentional Living Bomb spread. That's clever. Backing Zarya up with the intentional Living Bomb spread. But already, Lucio doing pretty well onto his quest. We'll see how these rotations go. You would think that the wave clear advantage would favor Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, and so far it seems to be doing just that. And I love Ghost Dunk's positioning here. Just like, hey, I'm going to disrupt your rotations. Deal with it. It is going to be Thrall and Phoenix, by the way, here in the bottom. At the beginning, that will favor Phoenix, but as Thrall can both get stacked and as he levels up, it'll start to even out a little bit. Yeah, I would say other than the... Well, I don't know how retro I'd call this. I mean, the Raynor and Stukov I would not call retro. Certainly the ETC Kael'thas Thrall. I mean, that was meta 4 years ago, right? Stukov didn't exist 4 years ago. Raynor surely wasn't meta then. But so far, we're seeing pretty good lane rotations here out of Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, and seeing a little bit of catch-up be played. ETC doing some good dismounts, just slowing these rotations more and more. I love the way Ghost Dunk is playing at the moment. Condemned there from Love Dart. ETC going with a face melt, just trying to set up some damage there. Great damage, great follow-up from Kael'thas. Ghost Dunk comboing that well, knowing that he wanted to hold the power slide for the face melt first to kind of set up that positioning. And Ghost Dunk actually dumping his gems at the moment, as now we're seeing Wipe Them Again, rotating down, trying to clear up this lane. But so far, very clean rotations by both teams. But right now, we're seeing Joe kind of having to stay in this top lane. And Kael'thas has just cleared up the lane so quick that a little bit too early on the power slide there from Ghost Dunk, but had the right idea. But now, Bruiser Camp going to be grabbed by Sylvanas and Zarya. Phoenix manages to drop some gems here in the bottom. Gonna dismount Linehouse. Linehouse taking some damage, but more and more Mana Tide gonna help him kind of just keep popping out abilities to keep himself topped up. Experience pretty equal. We are seeing Once Bitten, Thrice Pie with a few... Oh, Phoenix was rotating. Almost got caught out there. Little early on the power slide there from Ghost Dunk, but there's like a Professor Bobo gonna drop 4 gems here. The only 24 more needed to be turned in, and they're actually holding them on the side of Once Bitten, Thrice Pie. 35 more to be turned in on the side of Wipe Them Again, and they're holding theirs. So far it's a pretty balanced game. As right now, some minions being lost up here in the top by Once Bitten, Thrice Pie. So now looks like kind of with some of those rotations there, some attempts to turn in, some attempts for ganks with Thrall going down, especially here in the bottom as I missed that T-Tours in chat, everyone. That Once Bitten, Thrice Pie did fall behind about a half level in Soak, and now they're actually going to have to defend a Web Weaver phase here. Thrall back up, going to head towards that bottom. We'll see how it goes. So far, it seems in a lot of ways that Wipe Them Again kind of weathered this early game storm that they were getting. And you can just thank the fact that Joanna is virtually unkillable. Now Ghost Dunk trying to run away. Going to be able to power slide. Rainer going to get the face melt to be okay. But this is a 5-man push into the top. And with the health bars already low, it's going to be hard for really enough healing to come out to enable anything of a re-engage. Ghost Dunk power sliding backwards towards this fort to try to get onto Hound of Havoc. They have a structure with them, but they are against the Sylvanas, so you need to be careful. Professor Bobo now having to back up. The well is down. But you can see Zarya just very, very high in energy at the moment. Ghost Dunk might pay the price for it. 26 grenade stacks, but this whole time, Thrall rotates up. He defends mid, although the question if he can save it or not. Still up in the air, we may see a re-engage. Or at least Zarya try to poke some of this down. Meanwhile, Phoenix, I love this play. Already making a play for this siege camp. Let's see if Thrall spots this out. Thrall is rotating down towards the bottom. He does not see Phoenix. And I don't think they're checking for this, but meanwhile, here in the mid, we're seeing a pretty solid defense out of Wipe Them Again, not wanting to give Once Bitten, Thrice Pie the quick turn-in. Phoenix does manage to grab that Siege Giant camp here in the bottom. So far, Once Bitten, Thrice Pie not able to get turning. Crow gonna have to pop that Mana Addict shield, which he does have, so always beneficial. Rainer coming down to help clean up this siege camp. So far, no one turning in for Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, though. They're trying to position to be able to do so. Crow in the back. There's a boop, though, on the Ghost Dunk, and he's actually body blocked by that huge hitbox from Phoenix. Ghost Dunk gonna have to power slide away. Does he get away? Phoenix is on the chase. No, Phoenix gonna just get a kill. And that was 24 gems, I believe, that are now gonna go away. Or 14 gems, excuse me. And Sylvanas is just going to run up and take the fort. So Once Bitten, Thrice Pie kind of on the ropes a little bit at the moment. They have time to get the turn, but now we're going to see an invade. We got the Graviton, we got the Salvo, we got Falling Sword being the choice. Sound Barrier and Wailing Arrow. Falling Sword is the interesting one to me. But at this point, you have to give this on the side of Once Bitten, Thrice Pie. And I think even sticking around is risky when the Blessed Shield could come in. And they are going to steal this. They have 4 people here. Linehouse currently getting targeted here by Phoenix. But keeping an eye on this. Now pushing up this Bruiser camp here in the mid. ETC, big power slide in. Looking for this engage, but team not there yet. Silence briefly comes out, but now the Graviton Surge with the Salvo. Chunking Ghost Dunk heavily. Linehouse going to try to retreat behind the wall. He does manage to do so thanks to that Stukov heal. Rainer on the flank doing some damage, but not really enough. And as it stands right now, we still have not gotten the first turn-in out of the side of Once Bitten, Thrice Pie. But we are about to get the second turn-in here from Wipe Them Again. They need 3 more. Tamashi going to drop this. Crow did not get the channel. Good interrupt there. And so, once bitten, thrice by, once again gonna have to defend. Pardon me. What happens here? On the other side, we have Earthquake, Mosh, Flailing Swipe, Phoenix, and Hyperion. Now needing to walk away, Ghost Dunk very low, and it just seems like whenever he power slides in, Sylvanas just turns on him and he takes so much damage. It's just hard to make something happen there, and obviously whenever there's Joanna, you gotta worry about Mosh interrupts. She's got the Condemn to do so if you Mosh as she pops Condemn, you know, it's a feels bad man, really. Lighthouse gonna clear up the top, but it looks like most of the focus is down here in the bottom. We'll decide to wipe them again. They are starting to push this up. Joanna's still in the mid, getting some soak. Here comes the rotation down. Joanna now gonna rotate down as well. Thrall still in that top lane. So never level of 13s for either team. But almost here for the side to wipe them again. They're gonna get them any second. There's 13s. Joanna did go punish, worth noting. And Web Weavers are cleared up now. So once bitten thrice by really needs to find a turn-in. If they can find a turn-in, they have potential to double up. But we could be seeing a gank attempt here, and Crow is leading the way into that bush. And that is utter annihilation. That is 3-4 dead in the blink of an eye. What a great decision. Sticking around to gank. Completely caught once bitten thrice by off guard. Now, are they going to go for core here? Tamashi is positioning like, hey, we should go for core. I don't think they should. Death timer's too short. They are going to get this bottom keep, though, and that's really all they need. And with the gem drop now, there's no chance for once bitten thrice by to double up a turn-in. Not realistically. At least not if they don't soak a few gems here for a bit. And so because of that, Lionhouse right now holding all the gems. You could see wipe them again, looking for ganks onto Lionhouse. Siege camp picked up in the bottom here. I wiped them again. Now going to push up into this bot lane. Seeing potential posturing up for a fight here. Or at the very least, certainly trying to posture up to make sure Thrall can't turn in. As looks like we might see boss get started. Seeing the members of Once Bitten Thrice Pie in the bot lane. Seeing Kael'thas and Thrall down there. They're indeed going to start this boss, and they're just absolutely nuking it. The Sylvanas and the Phoenix doing a good job. This boss is going to push directly onto the top keep wall, which is already softened up a little bit from that last spider. And I like this aggression. They're saying, like, look, they're about to get 13, but they still have to soak. We can do boss. We see them in bot lane. And they're all going to try to drop his gems here. Does do so, but now they have to get back for a rapid defense. And here comes the cavalry. They're closing in. Got to avoid stacking. Ghost Dunk trying to zone aggressively. Boss is on the keep. And it looks like a bit of a safe play coming out from Wipe Them Again. They're going to say, hey, you know, that boss will weaken that keep. We'll be able to get it anytime we want. Let's just go up and clear up their web weavers. Don't give them a chance. Don't give them the time to get back into this game, really. As that's where Once Bitten Thrice Pie was what they're running out of. Whenever you're down a keep and you got catapults stacking up in a lane, you know, you're just running out of time. And not a lot of gems to turn in. So a second turn in. Still a bit away. Rotation coming in here. Good see an engage. Lucio booping. But Joanna going to get power slid before the dismount can come in. Top web weaver cleared up, and so far all 6 structures standing and standing healthily so on the side of Wipe Them Again, as they now have a 3-level lead heading into this next phase, where they also have a turn-in ready to go. Doesn't look like Once Bitten Thrice Pie is really expecting to be able to do anything to defend it. They're just trying to find level 16 at some point this game, but they're really running out of time to do it. Here comes the drop from Hound of Havoc. He thought about dropping gems for a bit. Like, hey guys, do I really want to do this? Ultimately decides in favor, and you gotta credit that. Good decision to turn those gems in. They're gonna grab their bruiser camp as well. I was holding, of course, to allow time for the bruiser to get started. I'm just kind of being an asshole. What else is new? Push into the bottom. That's going to be their focus. They want to move directly onto core with this 16 advantage, or at least bait them away from defending top. Once Bitten, Thrice, Pie going to focus onto the mid first, try to clear up this Web Weaver. But we are seeing a move straight onto the core, and they're not afraid to do it with this Zarya with the shielding that she can provide. And ETC now coming in. ETC power slide onto Joanna. Not really the most killable target there. And now the turnaround is coming, and there's already so much damage struck out by Wipe Them Again. And Kel'Thas just drops on the backline so quickly. Linehouse with the Earthquake trying to buy some space, but now Linehouse is going to be the focus. There's the Graviton. That's going to seal Thrall's fate. And now Mosh Pit. It's a three-man mosh, but going to get interrupted by the Falling Sword. And ETC goes down, and this was a dominant showing here by Wipe Them Again. And gotta go back to the drawing board here on the side of Once Bitten, Thrice Pie. But Wipe Them Again looking really, really strong in that match. They got good ganks. They weathered that initial storm. Once Bitten, Thrice Pie had the better level 1 wave clear, which meant they had the better level 1 rotation. They weathered that storm. They stuck even with them until about level 5. They managed to get a pick. And then Once Bitten, Thrice Pie kind of gets a little bit disorganized trying to figure out how to respond to that. They lose some soak and kind of just more and more pulls away from them. But strong game there on the side of Wipe Them Again. So we'll see if Once Bitten, Thrice Pie can come back stronger in the next match. So we'll be right back here on the Nexus Gaming Series. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, everyone. Nexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley here, bringing you Once Bitten, Thrice Pie versus Wipe Them Again here in Division A of the Nexus Gaming Series Season 7. And Wipe Them Again just kept wiping them again and again in the first. Not really wiping them again and again, but they got a lot of kills. They got some very important, like there's a soul lane kill on the Thrall. There was a couple pickoffs. Really good comboing there by Wipe Them Again, and it just seemed like every time the fight started, already 3 health bars on the side of Once Bitten Thrice Pie were just getting decimated by all the damage Sylvanas and Phoenix were able to throw out there. As well as the Zarya, and we are seeing a couple respect bans here onto some unconventional heroes. Zarya, I haven't seen a Zarya ban in quite some time. Lucio going to be the ban on the side of, or on the second slot. Wipe Them Again, banning out Garrosh. Second ban going to come down the line here. We did see a Garrosh ban in game 1. Could be a target ban. I believe it was an Ana ban, was the second? Or no, it was Rexar. That was it. They banned Rexar. They're going to stick with the same bans. So targeting some of the heroes, it appears, from Once Bitten Thrice Pie. Certainly Once Bitten Thrice Pie targeting some heroes from Wipe Them Again. As, be interested to see what the first pick is. Everyone, excuse me for just 1 second. I do apologize.
Anna checking in.
Tremble before me.
Apologies for that, everyone. Had to go have a coughing fit, and you never want to have that on mic. Been having some bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ana, the first pick here out of Bumblebee. Strong in general, strong onto the map, but you already have some good counters in terms of Diablo being able to get onto Ana with wall bangs on this map. Diablo very strong onto the map. Sylvanas going to be able to buff those sappers and really get a lot of value in the bot lane if they choose to do so. And Sovereign sticking with that hero.
Hell, it's about
And as we noted, it does not appear that Love Dart is the normal tank, but played quite well in that first game. Ghost Dunk gonna grab the Joanna, Crow gonna grab Tychus. So far, very different lineup on the side of Once Bitten Thrice Pie here, wanting to just kind of get back to the drawing board, I think. Tychus certainly going to help with zoning, especially once you get into things like Common Dear Odin. The Joanna going to do, I think, just be more sturdy up in the front line than the ETC proved to be. Kind of the on-demand shield to mitigate some of that Sylvanas initial burst. Very in the ban, Medivh the ban. Medivh can be strong on the map, can pair well with Diablo. Two more picks to come. Need a healer. Well, they're going to get Vala, so that was banned out last time. Tomashi going to get onto that Vala. And Koraha going to be playing Anduin. Anduin banned out in the third ban. I wiped them again, so definitely putting some priority onto the hero. Interesting to see how it does here. Right now, we only have a Joanna frontliner. Depends on how much frontline gets drafted as to how easy W is to hit, and certainly how easy auto attacks are to hit. Can be a big part. Jaina and Dahaka.
this galaxy shall
No,
suffer.
I like the Dahaka pick. I like the Jaina pick. I think that both are sturdier. They have some on-demand tools. Jaina with the ice block, Dahaka with the barrel charge to mitigate out that initial burst we've been seeing from Sylvanas. Leoric, always a strong pick, especially with Diablo. The potential for wall bangs off the Entomb wall. Always fun, although, of course, it can always glitch out, and the person can be pushed through the wall. That happens, too. So, you know, fun game. But Wipe Them Again obviously looked very strong on that first map. We're going to need to see quite a bit better play on the side of Once Bitten Thrice Pie. Perhaps some first game jitters there, or you know, I will admit that as someone who gets characterized as Stukov main, I don't think Stukov's that great right now. Just in terms of there's so much burst in the meta and so much separation and single target focus, and those are really all the things that Stukov's not the best healer for. Certainly good disengage, good combo potential, but defensively I just don't think he's the best support in the current meta. But we'll see if the Ana fares better here as we jump into the match. And on the left side, it's going to be Lighthouse on Dahaka. We're going to have Bobo on Jaina, Bumblebee on Anna, Crow on Tychus, and Ghost Dunk on Joanna. It is Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, and over on the right, wipe them again. We're going to have Kuraha. Going to be on the Anduin, Sovereign on Sylvanas, Love Dart on Diablo, Hound of Havoc on the Leoric, and Tamashi is going to be on the Vala. Heading now, let's see, are we going to get that level 1 brawl that everyone loves? Looking at the talents here. Couple globe stacking quests. Ooh. There's a wall bang trying to separate out Crow. Crow now trying to retreat away. Ghost Dunk gonna make sure that Tychus can get out of there. I think I may have said Thrall, but did not mean that. Meant Tychus. As now we're seeing a rotation towards bottom. 4-man rotation. But still gonna be going. Are they gonna keep anyone bot to make sure they get soaked? Looks like they really want to commit to this kind of 4-man rotation. Urha looking for the dismount, doesn't find it. Diablo staying bot here for wipe them again. Meanwhile, up on the top, Dahaka and Leoric kind of going at each other right now. Linehouse, the lesser of the trades, and actually gonna lose a globe in the process, which is gonna slow down. Ooh, does not appear to have his burrow to get out of the W there, and already taking quite a bit of damage. Gonna need to recover from that. But it looks like a little bit of split decision making here by Once Bitten Thrice Pie, and now they're kind of caught in an awkward position here. Excuse me. What a time to sneeze right as a team fight starts to break out, but Linehouse burrowing in, trying to look onto Kuraha, and now are we going to see Once Bitten Thrice Pie try to go in? Oh, Dahaka gets caught out here with the wall bang. Does burrow charge out of the finishing damage that could have killed him, and it's actually going to be Diablo that goes down. So Once Bitten Thrice Pie going to find the first kill of the map. That burrow in from Dahaka definitely helping them out. Second here. Sorry about that. With the audio again, I am apparently my sinuses have decided that now is their time. They have staged their revolution, and they have decided to put this cast into ruin as the first battle of the revolution. I'm just hoping they don't break out the guillotines, but my head does feel like it's about to fall off. With this sudden onset, coughing and sneezing, and Crow just reposted in the wrong neighborhood. Down he goes.
Go forth
and we are going to see Ana go for the channel. Dahaka could join bottom and help stall, but Ghost Dunk I think has to get the first interrupt. And timing it well. I don't think Dahaka has a Z. Actually, we're seeing potentially a rotation up the top right. Sylvanas does manage to get the bottom as Vala came down. Ghost Dunk not overcommitting, but now Love Dart needs to be a bit careful. Tychus up top. Joanna going to be up top. And they want this. Dahaka pushing up very aggressively. Tamashi focusing onto Dahaka. 5v5 team fight here. But looks like Once Bitten gonna give this up, not try to challenge the Dahaka too hard here.
Yes, heroes.
Rotations now coming bot.
This realm is mine.
Love Dart possibly wanting a gank here, waiting for the team, but it looks like someone showed. Someone in this bush showed, I think. Meanwhile, Diablo cutting off these rotations here from Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, just trying to prevent them from being comfortable in what they really want to do. The Haka has burrowed in, so now they're looking for a fight. But Miss Tongue there not going to enable the kill onto Diablo just to slow down his soul stacking, now up to 59. Taking a look at the Anduin build, as I always do, we're seeing the Q heal talent going to be taken at level 1 rather than the whole bold strategy. So trying to keep the cooldowns low on that, but still wanting to weave in auto attacks. Moral Compass certainly going to always help with that. Bumblebee kind of caught out there by Diablo, so now it's just an attempt to disengage, except Tyke is actually joining this fight. Sylvanas is very low. Can the grenade land? It does. As that's the second kill now for Once Bitten, Thrice Pie. They're going to look to see if they can grab another. There's a good route from Anduin to peel Diablo out of Tychus's damage, but this is a chance for Once Bitten, Thrice Pie. They get Sylvanas killed right before this objective, but she will be back up. Death timers being what they are at this level, at this point in the game, I should say.
Be swift, heroes.
Ooh, Diablo with a good stun there on the Tychus, but no real follow-up. Linehouse coming in. Ooh, did he find Anduin? I believe he did, and that's a huge kill. And so Dahaka, Linehouse making some plays here to help his team out. Try to get even into this game, and they're not falling behind yet. Ooh, but Ghost Dunk tries to zone a little bit too hard and gets wallbanged, as Love Dart has just been ruthless with these wallbangs. He's looked quite aggressive for them, and it's paid off, as Pro now taking a lot of damage from Sylvanas, gonna have to back up. About a half-level lead at the moment. Linehouse trying to get some damage onto Hound of Havoc. Hound of Havoc gonna go for the Q, but gets burrowed out. But now rotation. Ghost Dunk is I don't know if he was just aware of that or if he was just waiting. But we're seeing a heavy play potentially for this Siege Camper, at least for a pick, and Wipe Them Again has been very, very aggressive setting up for these picks in both maps so far. But now seeing Joanna mid, seeing Dahaka probably rotating top, they're going to go ahead and take this Sapper camp, and it could potentially get a lot of value with this Sylvanas. Joe rotating safe, but not going to be there in time, and now Sylvanas, I don't believe went the upgrade, and ooh, Ana pulling out the Eye of Horus. I don't know what the target there was. Trying to heal Dahaka, I believe. But that is Eye of Horus down before this team fight. Anduin rotating in. Here comes the Welly to zone out Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, but there is the tongue onto Diablo, and Linehouse once again comes in and really secures the first kill for his team. Now looking for a second. Good stun, but Sylvanas gonna go down. Great Odin usage there from Tychus. And that was a good fight there by Once Bitten, Thrice Pie, and they're gonna take their first lead of the game here.
This realm will be
Up 4 points.
and mine alone.
And what are they going to do with this? Looking like they might want to try to harass Leoric. But hard to do so, as actually there's a wallbang engage onto Jaina. Oh boy, great root follow there by Kuraha. That's a great turnaround pick-off there. I could set them up to get some value onto the macro. Getting some damage onto Leo, but he's out of there. Looks like a focus onto this bot lane now, on the side of Wipe Them Again. And Ghost Dunk defending here for Once Bitten, Thrice Pie. Tychus and Jaina, or Tychus and Anna starting to rotate in. There's the Sleep Dart. but the bell tower goes down. So now, once Bitten Thrice Pie has to recover. Once again, going for the tongue there. Diablo very, very low, but so is Ghost Dunk. Great cleanse there from Anduin. The Light Bomb, but it's not enough as Ana does get him down. The Entomb comes in, tries to separate out the Haka, but now not actually getting anyone in the Entomb. Leo gonna back up, and so far it's really been a game of pickoffs, but now we're seeing, okay, you know, we're gonna get our sappers, we're gonna push them in. Try to get some value here. They are down a shrine. Diablo will be up in 4. That was not a Souls reset. Diablo Souls reset a bit earlier.
Take the altars and put an end to
All but the last sapper gets in. The last sapper does drop, but the Haka does get the channel for 3.
like all the
But now it looks like they're just going to have to trade this out, not wanting the fight against level 13 with Diablo back up. They are going to grab their sappers real quick. Ghost Dunk doing a good positioning job of zoning, making sure to get the dismounts. There's the Entomb again, though, and this time Dahaka is going to go down. And with that Light Bomb helping out, Joanna's going to follow. Gosh, that Entomb cooldown is just so short. It just feels so short when you're playing against it. And moving straight into the boss camp. So going to try to take the lead back here from Once Bitten Thrice Pie. No prevention of this coming in, so it's going to be 4 shots. And you'll take that. As there they go into the core. Meanwhile, rotation coming top to defend this push top. As we are seeing sappers going to get grabbed. Once Bitten Thrice Pie could get here soon, but Diablo going to potentially look for a wallbang. Linehouse is there. There's the Entomb catching 2. Again, the Entomb, it's just such a short cooldown. And you're seeing the effect of that here as Once Bitten Thrice Pie once again getting caught out by the Entomb. 2-man Entomb there. Very strong. Professor Bobo now going to try to get away. Gives up and just tries to trade damage. Goes down. 3-0 there, and Wipe Them Again has a chance to get the top bell tower. Meanwhile, Sylvanas rotating for a tap, going to get some soak. Level 16 on the horizon here for Wipe Them Again. Heading into this triple altar phase. And with them coming up with Jaina not here, I expect at least a double cap. They might give Joanna. I expect Sylvanas to interrupt this at least. Great timing on that interrupt. And Sovereign going to hang out around here. I didn't focus on the top because it was certainly going to go to Wipe Them Again. But now they're not actually going to take their side. They want to triple cap this. And, you know, with kind of the split engagement right now with Jaina still not coming back, they're actually going to get that. Wipe Them Again does grab that second shrine. And with Vala channeling top, it's going to leave 8 points on the core for Once Bitten Thrice Pie. So you see that 3-man wipe on the top. It nets a fort. It nets 3 additional shots because they get the triple channel. But really, it also net the triple channel to begin with. So we're talking about, you know, if you trade out, like, you don't get a kill there, you trade out maybe 1 shrine for 2 in favor of Wipe Them Again. You know, that's a negative 4-point adjustment versus a negative 13-point adjustment. So this is really, I mean, this could have been what would it be, like a 15 to 21 game at the moment, potentially. I know, it'd be 15 to 20 game at the moment. But there you see, I mean, just on this map, it's all about not just getting the advantage, but really doing a lot with it. And so far, we're seeing Wipe Them Again do just that. Level 16 now here for Once Bitten Thrice Pie. And I think they have to not be content to just sit back and clear lanes at this point. I think they need to look for opportunities. Meanwhile, Lighthouse going to have to burrow charge out that. Leo probably could have dropped Entomb, but playing it safe, wanting to hold it for the Shrine phase that comes up, or at least getting a pick right before Shrine phase. As we are looking at a Shrine phase now that is potentially game ending. Once Bitten Thrice Pie, they're going to grab this bottom and then rotate up, but Dahaka does get engaged on and does go down there. No heroics used in the process. And now mid fort going down, so this is looking like it's going to be game.
Impressive.
Going to take a pretty solid series of plays here by Once Bitten Thrice Pie.
The time is now.
They're going to have to get one of these channels, and even if they do, I mean, they're down to 3 points. But we're seeing a 5-man engage now. There's the Entomb with the wall bang. Light Bomb comes in. The stun helps secure the kill onto Anna, and that will be the game and wipe them again. Dominant series. But you got to give Once Bitten Thrice Pie credit. They hung around in that second game, and they had some moments. But just once things started going south, they had a hard time recovering there. And that is going to be the game. So GG's on the side of both teams. But victory going to go here to wipe them again. That's going to be a domination. That's going to help them out quite a bit in the standings. Taking a look at standings now, I mean, that's going to move them up to a tie. Actually, not to a tie. Move them into sole possession of 6th place. So let's go ahead and update that standing for you. Taking a look at it now, moves them up into 6th place. Although there's no breathing room between them and that playoff line. Helu Screws currently the top team on the outside looking in, along with Wholesome Halfwit sitting at 4 points. Once Bitten Thrice Pie still hanging out here at the bottom of the stands. You know, just weren't able to get it together today. They showed some moments, though, and so I think they can certainly build from that. Wipe Them Again has been a pretty good team, and so we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I'm going to see if we can do a post-game interview, so everyone just stick around, stay tuned, and we'll be right back here on the Nexus Gaming Series. Thank you so much for watching. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley wrapping up this best of 3 series. We saw a domination victory on the side of Wipe Them Again. I am joined by the Captain Sovereign and the guy who played tank in the last series, Love Dart. Although I'll have some questions about that in a second, just because I see you have a flexible hero pool from what you've played in NGS. But with that, how are you guys feeling after that set?
We're feeling pretty good. Happy to get the wins. You know, they're good matches. And after our last few losses, you know, we're happy to bring one in.
We really needed that.
Yeah. That was a good win. It was a dominant win on map 1, especially. You when you guys started coming into this series, you saw Garrosh. I saw Garrosh bans. I saw Rexar bans. Was that something you uniquely ban from that team, or something that you just didn't want to deal with in the series?
Garrosh is usually a hard ban for us as a team.
Mhm.
It really messes with a lot of things we do. But we noticed that they had maybe 2 or 3 Rexar players on their team who could flex the
Right.
Rexar in the offlane, so we just didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah, he's a really good
Understandable.
offlaner, so we don't want to see it.
Understandable. So, with that, map 1, you guys managed to kind of get an early lead. You got the first 2 turn-ins. What do you most attribute that to? Being able to get that early lead and eventually snowball the map.
I think we had some smart drafting by one of our team members, Kroha. We really picked a team that could start to rotate and clear lanes starting at around level 4 with the Unstable Poison and then Joanna and Phoenix. So I think our first turn-ins are really attributed to our way to just clear lanes faster than the enemy team.
Yeah,
Now,
before level 4, they were really controlling the rotates better than
there we
us.
go. Yeah.
Because I think they had better wave clear from level 1.
Mhm.
So level 4 was really important for us, just kind of playing safe until that.
The level 4 was where your wave clear came online with some of your talents in that. And yeah, I mean,
Right.
you guys managed to hang on through those first 4 levels, and then from there, you get that big kill on Thrall in the bot lane. I think from there, once Bitten Thrice Pie got a bit kind of disorganized, they missed a bit of soak, and you guys, I think, just kept building on that lead from there. With that, you guys picked map 2, I believe. Yes, you guys picked map 2, Towers of Doom. Was that just more comfort, or was that something that you thought you'd be able to uniquely get an advantage with the matchup?
I think when it comes to Storm League, Towers just happens to be one of our better maps.
Okay.
So there wasn't much thought put behind it other than, we like it.
Now, in that map, Once Bitten Thrice Pie actually came at you guys pretty hard in the kind of early to mid game, where you saw a couple times Dahaka would come down and get the first kill in a fight, and it translated at one point into a 4-point shrine lead. How did you guys adjust, and where do you think you were able to find success in the late game most?
I think we were able to find some good pick opportunities. Like a couple times, I noticed that Johanna's Unstoppable was down, and she was like half health or something. So I called that out, and then her team was a little bit away from her, so we were able to get the pick, even though we were down a player. But other than that, I think our camp clear was pretty good. Like we were on that and zoning, and just kept up well enough in the soak game as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you also had some pretty solid entombs there, especially in the latter half of that game, that I think set up some really good engages, as well as Love Dart. I'll just say it. I think you played a really top-notch Diablo that game.
Oh, thank you. I whipped a couple
Yeah.
charges on Anna, but
You got a lot
yeah,
of
it's
wall
hard to play with
bangs.
Tychus.
Yeah, you got a lot of the wall bangs though, and that enabled your team to kind of get good positioning. Although obviously the Dahaka enabled a couple first kills. But then I think ultimately just those entombs, there were like 2 in a row that kind of caught 2 people and just got some picks, and I think those were pretty pivotal as well, just to enable some 3-man kills or more. So with that, floor's your guys for shoutouts.
Shout out to the team we just played. Once Bitten Thrice Pie. It was great playing you guys. It's real fun. And thanks to the rest of our team for not throwing. Played a good game.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
All right. Well, with that, I'm going to bring this cast to a close. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Enjoy the view of this apartment behind me. This is going to be my second last night casting in this. So I've been teaching a summer class and subletting a place, and I have a couch and a chair. There's like a bed on the floor, just a mattress in the other room, and that's how I've been living. That's why I've casted so much this summer. So I've been enjoying that. I just want to thank you all for watching.